Well, I shouldn't be surprised, but Pharaoh's Rares is finally disappearing. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Well, we're going to look at Secret Pharaoh's Rares today. Rhoda was one of the ones that caught my attention because our Market Watch chat's been kind of going off about that card. But overall, there are 21 of these cards. And overarchingly so, I mean, they've become pretty expensive. Dark Magician Girl being your poster card, of course, right? It's almost $600. Actually, it is $600 after tax. You know, good luck, have fries on trying to pick up, one of these relatively cheap. But I mean, this is the poster of what you would expect. Now, obviously, there's Blue Eyes White Dragon, which unfortunately has just jettisoned off of the market. There's one light play available for $412.50, and then you're a $1,200 card. For Christ's sakes, man. And the crazy part is, it was just fairly recently that the last near mints just got created off the market. Somebody came through here, bought the last three, set the card at $1,200. These Secret Pharaoh's Rares are not going to repopulate. They're such a very niche rarity within the game. And that's what makes Yu-Gi-Oh!, whether or not you like it or you hate it, these Pharaoh's Rares, they do have their exclusivity to them. Now, obviously, the Egyptian gods, these look like they've been going up. I see Slifers. You can get it's Korean. Oh, no. About $250 on Slifer, the Sky Dragon. Your Winged Dragon Ara is about $200, and your Obelisk about $150 on LP. Meanwhile, the Millennium Eyes, you guys remember when this was like $100? These are like $189. Poor Red Eyes has not really been touched, but he's $117. Mia Force, there's a heavy play for $70. We can get a near mint for $100. Neos, which get a mod play for $120. How are there Secret Pharaoh's Rares that are mod play? I'm just going to continue to ask this question and ponder the orb. Black Luster Soldier, the Soldier of Chaos. This is $90, which is not terrible. I mean, once again, that's already niche. And then you got things like Rhoda, which have just left orbit. And I don't even know why this card is extremely crazy as it is. You have no sales above $78. This card just continues to go, oh, hey, I'm $270 now. It's getting even crazier. Yeah, it's because these cards are not getting reprinted. $85 on the Seal of Orichalcos, up from $70. It's not even a crazy uptick. Got $135 on the Lightning Storm, Change of Hearts. There's a lot of these. These are, obviously, Lightning Storms are sub 10. These are still 20. Toon Kingdom's still $70. The Triple Tack Talon Secret Rares, these are still 50. I'm actually surprised to see those are so low. Meanwhile, there's 2 gold sarcophaguses on the market at 50s, and then we jump up to 120. Your Necro Valleys, these are about to go crazy. You're already watching these hit the $70 mark, and they're already starting to kind of creep up here. Don't be surprised. It just takes one person coming through here and going, I have $300, and this card is just in an entirely other orbit of itself, which is, crazy. And then you got things like Gravekeeper's Trap here, which is getting bought out for some reason. Why particularly now? I don't actually understand this one. Considering the fact there are 2 listings on the market, your last sales were $429. This card has not had a sale in 4 months, and we are still somehow shrinking down in terms of the availability on that. That's crazy interesting. Crystal Bond, they're $45, but only 8 listings available. You're getting the picture here. And then True Name is a $40 card. You may as well just buy the last true name the last set of true names off the market just to say that you got them. Just to, the last light play sold at $26. Your Secret Pharaoh's Rare market is not in a good place right now. And like I said, it takes one person to come through here and wipe out the rarest cards currently available. Now, obviously, there are Ultra Pharaoh's Rares. Those are the ones that were available to Europe. Remember that. So before you're like, but we can get the Ultras. You are, in fact, correct. You can mosey on over to Europe, and you can go buy the Ultras. The Ultras have typically been more expensive on our market because they're harder to get here. I do not consider these cards to have real values on our side of the market. And it's funny when the Europeans bring them over because they're like, oh, we want to go buy TCG player prices. Yeah, I bet you do. But I'm not spending $600 to get an Ultra Pharaoh's version. Like, sorry, not sorry. It's just not worth. I'm not spending $400 when they're $100. You know, these Rhodas also being $280. I can get a French for $120. Like, the Ultras, just in comparison, they don't even look anywhere near as good as the Secret Rares. Just because they're darker and inclusive to the European versions does not mean that I am willing to spend the extra money. And see, look at this. You get a German version of these for $35. Looks great, but I'm not in the mood. Ultra Pharaoh's Rares are an absolute meme rain. Yeah, look, $1,200 on a Dark Magician Girl. LOL. All right. Crazy stuff. So as you're going through the market and you're looking at like the oddities within the current Yu-Gi-Oh sphere, remember, Secret Pharaoh's Rares were on the NA side, and then, of course, European versions were the Ultra prints. What a crazy time. Well, if it isn't Performa Pal Pendulum Sorcerer himself. Surely there can't be an active buyout happening. 11 listings, $15, $20, Nobody's paying this. Oh, crap, people have been buying this card. Maybe not at the price point, but they're turning over. So we live in a society right now where people are getting pumped up for their brand new Pendulum support that's going to be arriving in just one whole month. And of course, with those brand new Pendulum monsters, you're going to be looking to get your quarter century versions of your bad cards. You know, Skull Crobat Joker. You know, we talked about, hold on, Performa Pal Skull Crobat. You know, we talked about Skull Crobat Joker. This card was like undervalued. Ha! Called it! Oh, I'm so good. You guys remember we were talking about that? I literally said that when this card was like $5 to $6, I was like, it's so underrated. It makes no sense why the searcher for this was so cheap. Yep, we called that. It now has gone up severely in price. Hey, if you guys listen to me and like the 2 videos I mentioned there, good job. And I'll still stick by that. I think Skull Crobat Joker was a highly undervalued card for, you know, what we had going for it at the time. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that you just kind of are like, oh, hey. But the reality of the situation is, Performa Pal stuff, you do have the Legendary Arc V decks, which I know I've not talked about their pricing yet. Almost like there's a reason for that. But we'll give that some time here in the near future. Can I just end the video now? There is no sane reason why I should be clicking on Jar of Greed and seeing a $27 top-end listing. I see, obviously, as low as $6.33. Made me feel better about myself. Oh, yeah, clearly. $10 for a Jar of Greed. Why does this happen? Why is Jar of... Thanks for watching today's video. I don't get it, man. We've watched Jar of Greed do some stupid shit in these market watches. I am amazed that every time we see this card pop up. Now you're telling me a Speed Duel fucking common is worth $10. Speed Duel will not be a good product ever. Nobody should ever invest in Speed Duel. If you are investing in Speed Duel product, you're an absolute idiot and you don't understand how today's market works. Based on today's market climate, there will never be a time where Jar of Greeds will be $10. Oh, Sage's Stones are $8 a piece. Oh, Tune Tables Commons are $5 from this old structure deck. Gravekeeper Shamans are $3. Mimikats are $3. Nobody's gonna pay these prices on these cards. You guys just don't understand how today's market works. Snap, crackle, and you don't understand things. It's almost like Speed Duel at this point has become a very, 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 very interesting product. I have a crap ton of these structure decks in Spanish. I'm about to crack them open and sell them. You can buy Italian versions for $43 a piece, $88 a piece on English. I make the face because this is so unrealistic. Thanks for joining me today on MCL 40 is Broken. Another great segment as I am confused by the stupid shit that happens in our market. Always remember to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep because this is some dumb shit like usual. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.